Welcome to our little corner of the internet. We'll put the mic somewhere. Yeah, should be fine
General Kenobi.
there. I'm currently playing Kingdom New Lands on the Switch, and she is drawing.
I am she. She is he.
Today's subject will be Twilight. Probably by far the worst. We're calling it the worst film of 2008, or I'm sure there's worse films out there released in that year, but I mean the worst mainstream film.
The worst mainstream film that got too much
Revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, too much popularity in the worst sense, and the good sense. There's a good sense and a bad sense, isn't there?
Well,
It got popular to the extent where it was made fun of. So like, the attention whore.
which one?
Like,
There's a lot.
like that person in your class that does literally, that would do anything, bad or good,
To get attention.
Yeah.
And that is what Twilight is to the film world, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it both got bad and good attention from the fans, and
I'll give you that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, today we both agonizingly watched it. The first film, that is. I know there's more. There's 4 more, 3 more. I'm not sure. And I mean, watching through it, it started off very, promising to an extent. I mean, it was just generic. Depressed girl in high school, right?
Yeah.
Then it just got really weird very quickly.
Yeah. At the first part, like the very first scene where you just see a deer, which was impressive because it didn't look like CGI.
No, I think it actually genuinely chased the deer, to be fair.
Yeah, but
which is quite cool.
when what I suspect was the vampire went to grab the deer, it looked really kind of off.
When he grabbed him,
Yeah.
that could have been CGI or just someone throwing a blanket over a deer.
No, it was generally a person like that over the deer, and I think
right.
they just clipped it.
Do you think they actually just reversed it, that part, so they actually just let a deer go backwards or something like that? Do you think they can do something like that?
I mean, you can reverse the video and edit the video. Like, you can edit the video of a deer, but add in a person.
Oh, that was the offside of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, they did it really strangely.
I mean, it was like, I think what was very strange about the film, to be fair, was the fact that they mixed very good editing, very good imagery, with very bad imagery at the same time.
They did it well because, like, how like there's imagery in Joker, how it's all bright and colourful,
right?
And
yeah.
sometimes it's really dark and gloomy.
Right.
They did that, but they just made everyone's face just really, really pale, and made the actor for Bella's face really pale because her face is already pale, and everyone else's face was pale.
It's true, actually. I think they were just trying to push people off of the fact of they might have gone to the effect of it would be very easy to see who's a vampire and who's not a vampire. So let's just make everyone's face pale, and then you would never know.
It's the aesthetic of the film.
Yeah. I mean, it got very creepy, like quite quickly. First class was it of chemistry?
Yeah.
Was a sex ed class.
And I don't think it was necessarily a sex ed. I think it was more biology because.
Yeah, well, reproductive system biology. Yeah.
Yeah.
And coincidentally in that class, she's getting very creepy looks from a guy who's licking his lips at her. I mean, it's.
Well, like the wind went to like there was a fan. There's a fan in the room, right? And it kind of blew her hair.
Right.
And it made her look like sexy.
Sexy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like that traditional perfume kind of face.
Oh, you mean like in the adverts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like he weirdly has a weird reaction, like
He just got extremely aroused.
yeah, like really really excited, and
Yeah.
he covered his. He literally like he didn't hide it.
He just
He
covered his mouth
just
and went,
he covered
"Oh
his mouth.
my god, you
And he-
won't believe what I've got under the table." And it was just too wrong.
Yeah, it was too. I mean, it's a 12 film. Like back in the day,
PG-12.
Yeah, back in the day, 12-year-olds did not like, you know, did not act like that. It was a 12.
12 years ago.
Yeah, but it was
12
PG.
years old didn't care about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no. They're not like 12-year-old now.
No.
12-year-old back then were like still collecting Pokemon.
Well, 12-year-olds now are just obsessed with
Becoming grown up, which at a fault is every kid's dream, isn't it?
yeah, except I guess now they're kind of
Taking it too far.
Yeah.
Because like they look like adults and it's kind of scary.
Yeah. No, that is the whole issue as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
With a subject that I'm not going to cover.
Yeah, I don't want to cover it either, to be honest.
Yeah. Then the film kind of moved on, right? And it started going on how she's attracted to him, how she's attracted to him, but she also doesn't want anything to do with him because, fair enough, he creeps her out because, well, I mean, you don't go when you see someone for the first time, do you?
I mean, didn't you?
No, I don't think I did. Unless we both remember it very differently. But genuinely though, it was very creepy. I mean, between both of us, we were like gritting our teeth watching it sometimes.
Yeah, and like the cringiest parts, like the people referenced the most was when they were in prom and when she was like gonna say he was a vampire and he's like, say it. Say it.
Look, why? Why does she have to say he's a vampire? And why did he follow her into a forest? And why did she let him follow her into a forest?
And the thing is, it's kind of like it's kind of weird because it reminds me of Beastars. You see, like he wanted to kill Bella at first.
Oh, I see.
And you see how like
Beastars
what's
did
his
it
name?
well.
Legoshi, the wolf. Legoshi.
Yeah,
Legoshi
that's
wanted
right.
to kill. Wanted to eat. What's her name? The bunny.
The bunny. I know what you're
The
talking about.
bunny's
It's that kind of sexy predator wants, or hot predator wants sexy prey.
Yeah.
It's just not right when it comes down to stuff like that. It's like, well,
I'm generally not like I'm not gonna if the voice actors of Beastars, the English voice actors, do like some kind of like a Twilight parody, which would be quite funny. It would be they'd like say lines over that because it's good. It would be funny. So
yeah, I think it would. But that was the whole thing you were talking about earlier as well, wasn't it? Was how Twilight's actually a parody. 50 Shades of Grey is actually a parody.
no, it's a fan fiction.
It's a fan fiction,
Of
that's
Twilight,
right.
yeah.
Of Twilight, which
And
is
then-
just wow.
Yeah, and like we got like and then stemmed off of 50 Shades of Grey was 365 Days, which got worse.
Yeah, it seems like it was just declining and increasing, in
But-
quality.
But
And
the creator of 365 Days said that she did not get any like inspiration or she didn't copy from 50 Shades of Grey, which obviously she did.
yeah,
But when it's like, but 50 Shades of Grey, you can clearly see it wasn't a, like, it wasn't, you can see it isn't a fan fiction, it's his own thing.
yeah,
But Edward was very violent towards Bella.
he was at first.
Yeah, and he gaslighted her as well.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah,
He was really abusive, which you said he was quite. He's basically gonna.
he's an
abuse
abuser.
her.
He's basically an abuser, and you can see that full on.
Yeah.
And what doesn't it strikes me as very strange because in the film, for the first 45 minutes, Bella is clearly not interested in this guy. So much so she actually says in a line in the thing, she says something along the lines of and I'm going to paraphrase it. It was, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I need to ask him. I need to confront him what he was doing in chemistry class." And I mean, rightfully so, for God's sake. You know, you don't sit there and tantalize things under the table the first time you see you see a girl that's quite pretty.
Yeah.
And it's just why.
But
why
like,
who would do that?
Maybe he was like shocked that he can't read her mind. You know?
But still,
but even
no
then,
one who is 108 years old, I'm sure he's learned how to, act around people, would act in that manner if they can't read someone's mind.
Exactly.
It's just like, come on, it's inappropriate for the sake of being inappropriate almost, and there's not even just no proper reason to it. It just jumps from I like you, and then I'm turned on by you, then I don't want you, then I do like you, and now suddenly we're in a forest.
Yeah, and like I can't be with you because I will eat you because I was considering killing you.
Yeah. So because of that, go away, and then she suddenly turns around and goes, actually,
no,
it feels like forbidden love now. I kind of want it.
No, he couldn't stay away from her, and she's like, you giving me mixed messages here?
Yeah.
What you do? You said you didn't want to be friends with me. What's this about? And he's like, oh, I can't be strong enough. I can't be strong enough to keep myself away from you.
Okay, and then she decides to say, okay, cool, fine. You don't have to do that at all. It's not like you were about to kill me.
Wait, when the mood swings thing, was that before or after?
Mood swings.
The one she said, oh, your mood swings are...
Oh, giving me whiplash.
Yeah. Was that before?
That was actually, I'm pretty sure that was at the forest.
No, that wasn't at the forest. She was in the canteen. And she dropped an apple and he picked it up from like his foot.
Oh yeah, and she went, your mood swings are giving me whiplash. And even then, the character, like the actual character, Bella's going, yeah, this isn't right, this guy's nuts. And then she falls in love with him for some reason. And then half an hour of meeting families and getting on doing things in the forest and stuff like that. Just laying down, staring at each other for some reason.
Like the when they were like sitting in the field, it kind of gave me like Star Wars prequel vibes when Anakin and Padme were sitting in the field. But they made it worse because they weren't even talking about anything.
At all, yeah.
And the thing is, he can't read her mind.
Exactly. So why are they just staring at each other?
Yeah.
At least in Star Wars.
Is that the dog?
Yeah, probably. At least in Star Wars, there was a large character building in that forest or that greenery scene.
Yeah, because they were connecting. They were connecting, at least really bad dialogue or not.
Yeah,
they were still doing something.
And in that actual scene, what's her name? Leia? Padme, thank you. She realised that he actually agrees with, what was it? Communism.
No, he agrees with the Senate. He agrees with more Palpatine than...
He agrees to a dictatorship.
Yeah.
He
sides with Palpatine.
He sides with Palpatine.
Yeah. Freaking love the prequels. They were so funny.
Yeah, both in cringe and in bad acting.
Well, I mean, like, Star Wars isn't a stranger to bad acting.
No, true. I don't know why they kept going, even in the latest releases.
To be honest with you, Mandalorian, great acting. They did really well there.
The Mandalorian was fantastic, but it was directed by someone completely different.
Yeah, like Rogue One, and we didn't watch Solo in the end.
We didn't watch Solo, and honestly, I don't know if I wanted.
I kind of avoided Solo, but it would give me more insight of his backstory, which I kind of already know about.
But I really don't care about Solo's backstory. He's a cool character and all, but just can't be bothered really.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Twilight.
Back to Twilight.
We'll talk about Star Wars another time.
I think so, yeah. The last half an hour of the film was alright. When it got to the baseball scene, when they're like lightning speeding.
That was good.
Yeah.
And they give a reason why they don't do it as much.
Yeah, it was the only time they actually gave a proper reason of why they're doing it, right? But
they didn't give a reason why they sparkle in the sunlight, though. Is it because they're perfect beings?
Oh yeah, exactly. Why do they just glow? Like,
I think she just
glitter?
gave like the writer of the book Twilight. She just gave a reason why they're out in the day. But even in that place, it's just cloudy all the time.
Yeah, it seems like she really wanted to write about a love story between a human and a vampire, but just wanted to remove the dark castles always at night and turning it to that side of vampires. And instead,
they did not turn into bats, and we did not see any fangs at all.
I know they just seem to float and jump high and run up like geckos up trees.
Yeah, and like we didn't see much of like the werewolf side, like Jacob's side.
Yeah,
of things.
you hear about it.
And
they hint at it though.
And the reason is I don't get why people like there's a Jacob side. How people want Jacob to be with well they want Bella to be with Jacob, and then other people want Bella to be with Edward. But in the first film, Jacob has literally no connection with Bella whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean the only thing is that his father gave her a truck, I think, right?
Yeah, and that's it, and that's all we do. That's all we see. Can I
Yeah, and I love how the fact that his father, by the end of the first film,
have some tea?
actually, oh yeah, sure. By the end of the first film, Jacob's father threatens Bella.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be watching you. Like, Jesus, is she? I don't think she's had. I think she's had
No,
enough.
No. She said more will be coming.
More.
They said more will come.
What? More werewolves?
No, more vampires.
Oh.
Like he knows about it.
Still though, it was very threatening. It was like, that's not the nicest thing. Like they said, we'll be watching you. Like he will be watching you. I think she's had enough of stalkers.
It's like an abusive parent, like giving them like really nice things, and then literally shouting them for doing the smallest thing.
Yeah. And very I don't know. I mean, I understand the hype for it. I understand why people really did like, or still like Twilight, right?
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, there's not many things out there. There's a lot of books about it, I'm sure. And I mean, since Twilight, there's been 100 things released about how people can fall in love with vampires and vampire forbidden love.
You know who
things.
did vampires good? Oh, what was the name? Oh, it was like on CBBC.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
exactly. It's not. It's I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
I would love to watch that.
Yeah, I would like to rewatch that again because when I was like transitioning off CBBC, because you know how you transition from CBBS and
To
then
CBBC,
to CBBC to
CITV.
you mix from CBBC to CITV.
TV, yeah,
like,
between jumping between
yeah,
them because they both give different shows.
Yeah, and like they like so when like something bad is on CBBC, I'm like I don't want to watch this anymore, and I go to ITV and there's something really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, like do you remember that show with like the two hyenas and they're in a mine? And they're on a minecart, and like these contestants. This was CITV. I can't remember the name, but it scared the heck out of me.
Heck are you?
Scared the heck out of me. There were these people on these like the retracting boards, and there was like a vat of acid at the end. And they did not say it was slime. They said it was acid. And at the end, when they went in, skeletons would just come out. It was so scary.
I'm
and they
not
had
sure
to, they had to
what
answer,
this is.
They had to answer questions as like the pillars would go in. And like they said, answer them as fast as they can.
Oh, is this a real life thing?
That's just a real life thing.
Is it like is it called Ever After? Something like that, like Trapped Ever After.
No, that's Trapped. That was on CBBC, not at CITV.
That was a super good point. I like Trapped.
Trapped was good, but it kind of freaked me out a little.
It was great. I actually, because it was real, the people that were in there were genuinely scared because it was so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the woman in the coffin and you can't wake her up.
Oh, and then she screams at the end.
Yeah, but she's really pretty.
Yeah.
I like her.
Back to Twilight again.
Yeah.
Always go off on one. The last part of the film, from where they were throwing baseballs, they gave a reason.
Wait, let me just check on the phone to see if it's
Sure,
still
go
recording.
ahead and see if the mic's still alive.
Yeah, it's still live.
Alright, good. The last quarter of the film was, I was actually enjoying it. I was watching it, I was following the story. I was quite stuck into it. I was wondering what was going to happen next. It took way too long though. For someone that didn't hear about Twilight.
It tried to do a Hitchcock thing where it just had a slow beginning and then it just went fast end. Like it would go straight. It would have like a slow build up.
Yeah,
and
then
fast come back down. Like it's a line graph. You go straight up and go back down.
Took way too long.
Yeah.
It was way too bad. It was delivered horribly, but the last part was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to the rest of the film, that is. I mean, 100 other films could have done 100. They're like 100% better, but compared to the actual film, the last part was alright, and I actually genuinely enjoyed the last part with the fight scene between what's his name, James and Edward. The reason why, the tension of whether or not he was actually going to put her back into a vampire or not.
I did not see that part.
But it seemed like the actor for Bella was only picked because of that last scene. Because she did very well in the last scene, but throughout the whole film, she had the same expression. When she was surprised, when she was angry, it was just her eyebrows high and her mouth open, and that was basically her whole thing.
Yeah, I think, or she picked the description of the character.
She fitted, did you say?
Yeah, she fitted the description of the character.
Just visually? Or...
Visually, and I think she worked well with Robert Pattinson, who is Edward.
Ah,
and
right.
is going to be our new Batman.
He's being our new Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, he was a good enough...
He's good, he's
a good... he was kind of a good actor. I just don't know what...
I mean, he was... It was 2008. And if you see his like newer films, which are much more darker...
Was he good? Is he good?
I've heard he's quite good. I haven't seen him.
I'll say this. He's a good actor, but I think it's mostly just the producer's fault, the reason why the
I think it's
really
the director's fault.
Sorry, director, not producer.
If it's the producer, I mean...
Not producer, director.
It wouldn't be producer.
Because... Yeah, my bad. Because he actually let it go. He went, yeah, that's a wrap, that's fantastic. Let's look and see that this guy's clearly got some sort of erection under the table. Next scene, and now, you know, he's licking his lips again. Yep, she's looking and reacting the same way again. Like, throughout the whole thing, they could have taken, like, a lot of takes. I don't know how many takes they took, of course, but it didn't seem like they took a lot. It seemed like they rushed it a lot.
Yeah, sorry, I'm starting again, because, like, the eyes were too big.
Oh, you're starting to draw again?
Yeah, I'm starting to draw the face again, because...
By the way, by the end of this video, you're going to see her progression. Yeah. And then...
I don't even know what I'm drawing. I think I'm just going to draw, like, a girl or a dude or something. I don't know. But the eyes, I did the eyes first, and the nose and the mouth, and then I did the face, and it went, oh no, it doesn't match.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
Like, one eye was up here. And I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
I have to rub that out.
Well, I mean,
I redrew the eye, and it was pretty good. I liked the eyes, but the face was way too big. and her forehead was, like, down here. Like, you could...
Or you could have just made, you know, a Hunchback of Notre Dame. If her forehead was down here and her eye was up there.
Or like Sid the Sloth or something.
Or Sid the Sloth. Oh, we should watch that, Sid.
Yeah, we should. I would like to see what was happening in the other movies, because we both haven't seen the Twilight before.
True.
Normally, it's... I've seen the movie. I think it's really good. You think it's bad. I'm like, no, it's good. Yeah, you're like, no, it's gonna be bad. And I'm like, you watch it, and it's like, oh my god, that was amazing.
What, the new Twilight films?
No, just like a random movie, like Little Miss Sunshine.
Well, we have got that list we have to get through.
Yeah.
Little Miss Sunshine was a great film.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this is meant to be about Twilight, but Little Miss Sunshine was a great film.
Yeah, we'll just say it's great, and then we'll just probably make another in-depth video of talking about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. What else? What else that really was weird about it? Yeah, how did she not suss that he was a stalker? He was like full-blown stalking
he saved me from the guys in the alleyway.
I know, he saved me from the guys in the alleyway. He watches me sleep. I find it so cute.
Oh my god, like it's like, have you heard of killing stalking?
No.
It's like a really popular, I think it's either Korean. I think it's Korean. I don't know. It's like I haven't watched it, but I've heard it is really popular in like
Korea.
In the anime community. And it's about this guy has a crush on this dude. He has a girlfriend, but he abuses the dude.
So
He's
this
in love with
guy
this dude.
has a girlfriend and abuses this guy.
Yeah, but like this guy is completely and utterly in love with him.
Okay, say that again, please.
Yeah, like basically he abuses this guy. I think I'm getting it right, but he abuses this guy and he's completely.
So this
it's
guy,
basically Stockholm syndrome.
this guy abuses another guy.
Yeah, because he fell in love with him, but he's got a girlfriend. But they, I haven't watched it because I feel really. I haven't not watched it. I haven't read it because I don't feel. I feel quite uncomfortable with stuff like that.
Yeah, I do.
But
agree
like
with you.
I've only heard it from like different YouTubers talking about it, and other people talking about it because morbid curiosity
Right.
killed the cat.
Morbid curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
That's how the saying goes.
Killed the innocent mind of a cat. No, innocent mind of a dog. It should be. Curiosity killed the innocent mind of the dog. Curiosity killed the cat. Because cats don't really have an innocent mind, to be honest with you. They'll just.
Well, how do you know?
Well,
Actually, no. They
like,
just smack
They
everything.
just smack everything off the table.
Yeah. True.
Dogs, they just hit you in the face and they just don't. They don't know. Then they lick you afterwards because they're genuinely sorry.
So they're really sorry that they hurt you.
Yeah, and like they
Yeah.
don't really know much. They do have dog TV.
Cats
They
know
like
what you're
the,
watching and just, they're not interested.
Yeah.
I think I relate more to cats than dogs anyway.
I don't know who I relate to. I think I relate to like dogs.
Yeah.
But I think I'm a gecko.
You think you're a gecko?
I think I'm a gecko. Or no, I'm a red panda because it's not necessarily a cat and it's not necessarily a dog, and they go like that when they're threatened.
No, it's a panda.
It's not necessarily a panda either.
It's a panda.
It's not necessarily a panda.
It's more of a koala, actually.
No, it's more of a tanuki because of the striped tail.
I don't think anyone knows what a tanuki is, unless they play Animal
You don't know?
Crossing.
You don't know?
I know what a tanuki
A
is.
tanuki is like a Japanese dog raccoon thing. It's like a raccoon.
Yeah. The Japanese use their rectum for wallets.
What?
Don't you know?
The Japanese use one?
They use the tanuki backside to make wallets.
Oh.
Oh, no, actually.
No, it's the.
It's the scrotum.
Yeah. I
No,
know.
not the scrotum, it's the other thing I shan't say. It's the other
Wait,
thing.
Like, no, tanukis actually, like, use their two things to do things.
The two
They sleep on it.
coconuts.
Yeah, they
to do
they
things.
sleep on it. They sleep on it.
This.
And they bounce on it, and
Ow.
they use it as like a
A blanket.
a blanket. Or they
Insane.
use it to like carry things. That's why they're kind of. Yeah, they're tricksters. They are. They have a leaf on top of their heads, and they turn into things.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It's still cool, you know. What happened to Twilight?
Oh yeah.
The end of the Twilight. I think the ending could have been better.
Wait, no. We haven't talked about how Bella was like an outcast, and it kind of it hinted at like how her car looked really, how it looked really like bad, and it like popped a fuse or something,
Yeah.
and like everyone was like, "Oh, nice ride," and everyone was completely and utterly obsessed with her. Like
The
everyone.
film was clearly at first thought to be a life of a loner girl who's depressed and no one likes because she's joining school halfway through a semester, and it just didn't work out that way because everyone loved her. So then,
Semester or term, depending where you live.
depending where you live, semester or term, because she moved, and it turns out that social issue was never addressed at all. Like, it was literally just her relations with a vampire, and that's it.
Yeah.
The
Like
There was
someone kissed her on the cheek without her consent.
when what?
Like they were like when they were saying, "Oh look, you've already met my homegirl," and they're like, "Your homegirl? What?" And like all these guys had a crush on her, and like this dude came from the back and kissed her on the cheek. He was like, "My homegirl," and then like my baby, and like kissed her on the cheek, and
I
then
don't
like and then
remember
he pulled the dude's chair, and then he fell.
Oh. He didn't realise he kissed her cheek.
Yeah, he kissed her cheek, and it was like so.
Yeah,
horrible.
this Twilight's clearly
This is
just teaching
why-
people how they
This-
should act with other people. You know,
Yeah.
that is definitely what
This
you
is
should be
why I
doing.
went to a
Not-
girls' school.
So you went to girls. Hello. Sorry for the sudden cut. We ran out of memory on the other card and we've had to quickly swap it. So we will quickly say farewell and we'll see you when we see you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.
Bye.
Give a wave.
Okay.
Bye.